And welcome back, guys, to Rivendell. Yes, it's another Rivendell replay. Just get over it, move on. Today's replay comes from Irish Gun, and it's a nice 5v3. And before we get started, just like that you guys know that I have a Patreon option, PayPal option, Subscribe Star, and a donation link in the description below if you'd like to support my work. But if you can't do that, then please remember to like and share the video, as it does greatly support the channel. Now, we'll start with Irish Gun's army, and we'll call out his allies as we see them, because this is a small city and all the troops are mixed together. So, our first unit is the March Wardens of the Wood. Irish Guns commanding the realm of Lothlorien. His first ally is Khazad-dûm, commanded by King Gillian. He's got some Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, 2nd Legion Axe Guard, 3rd Legion Infantry, 2 units, 4th Legion Shield Guard, Kindred of Celebraun, all kinds of Khazad-dûm, 2 units, look to be armoured up. He has some more Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, some 2nd Legion Axe Guard, 3rd Legion Infantry, 4th Legion Shield Guard, 2 units there. Legion Bodyguard, Mithril Guard, and Guards of Khazad-dûm, so the big heavy hitters of Khazad-dûm are all lined up in a nice row, just hopefully no catapult shot hits it. We have the final defender, Numenor, commanded by I Don't Want It. That's a really confusing name. But he's got some Remena Barabrim, some Seafarers and Indamos, Sons of the Fallen, 2 units. 1st Legion Pikes, Sentries Khazad-dûm, 2 units. We have some more Remena Barabrim, some Remena Abrim, and Remena Nadukadar. Some Belagar Archers, 2 units here. Some Belagar Footmen, 2 units. And another unit of March Wardens of the Wood. He's just deployed there to deploy his stakes at the entrance to ensure no cavalry can just charge through, if there is any. We have some more Remena Barabrim, some Remena Abradim, Seafarers and Indamos, 2 units here. Elder Council, Royal Legion of Armanelos, some Pharazim Swordmasters, no NR Royal Guard, no NRU Sentinels, and Adunium Shadowbows. Next we have some Karas Calahon's Guardians. I think we have some Lorien Swordmasters, 2 units, some Watchers of the Golden Wood, Remena Nadukadar, Remena Abradim, some Lorien Spearmen, and Lorien Warriors. Okay, moving up to the ridge. To the rear of Rivendell, we've got some more Elder Council, some 2nd unit of Karas Calahon's Guardians, some Syrian Amoth Rangers, some Lorien Spearmen, some Blades of the Wood, 2 units of Lorien Archers, and some Lorien Warriors. So interesting armies, and no units have sneakily deployed on top of the ridge here, on top of the canyon. Sorry, that leads into Rivendell. Our first attacker though is Rune, commanded by Ricky Beagle. He's got some Eastron Clansmen, some Bathclub Tribesmen, 2 units, some Loke Flagrim, Loke Sirenrim, 2 units I think, some Camul's Chosen, Dragon's Wrath Crossbowmen, some more Loke Flagrim, 2 units of Eastron Crossbowmen, some Loke Canarium, maybe a couple of units, and the rest of the army is hidden. There could be some Shadow Guard and Shadow Bows, we'll keep an eye out for them. Our second attacker is Angmar, commanded by Halo Ace 999. And Halo's got some Witchram Hammer Guard here, armoured up, Trolls of Angmar, Snaga Stalkers, Trolls of Gundabad, Guardians of Khazad-dûm, I think 3 units, armoured up, some Witches of Angmar as well, Trolls of Gundabad if I didn't call that earlier, possibly some Snaga Skirmishers, I don't know. This is all I see right here for him at the moment, so we'll keep an eye out for additional units. It's a little bit odd that the army is so small. In any case, we have the next attacker, Blue Ranger, commanding the realm of Mirkwood, and he's got some Ents here. He's got some Elven King's Palace Guard, some High Lang, 2 heavy swords, not armoured up, some High Earth, sword and shields, not armoured up, 3 units there, 2 units of High Peng Archers, so these guys are armoured up. As you can tell, they look like the Mirkwood troops from the Hobbit trilogy. That's how you tell. Costs you about 50 coin to do that. We got some Blades of Emendor, some Owl of Council, and possibly a Ranger unit, don't know yet. That unit's hidden at the moment. And that's all I see there. So, fourth attacker is Isengard, commanded by Noct Lee, who I haven't seen before, so new Noct Lee, welcome. You've got some Guards of Orthanc, some Trolls of White Hand, Uruk-hai Crossbowmen, Uruk-hai Archers, 2 units here, some Uruk-hai Berserkers, Uruk-hai Pikemen, 2 units. Same goes for Halo before, if you're new to Halo, welcome. We have some Uruk-hai Infantry, I think 3 units. We have 2 units of, 1 unit of Uruk-hai Reavers, 1 unit of Uruk-hai Raiders, and another unit of Uruk-hai Reavers. I think that's all I see there for him. 3 units of Uruk-hai Pikemen, yeah, I think I called that. Uruk-hai Archers, Uruk-hai Crossbowmen, there they are. 2 units, I didn't see them before. And we have some, we don't have any Nazca High, I don't think, which is a little unusual. But, moving on, we come to the final attacker, Umbar, commanded by DM Trechex. Anyway, DM's got some Harbingers of Casimir, some Bellica Footmen here, 3 units. Adunium Shadow Guard, 2 units. Some Belcleth Shield Bearers, 2 units. 2 units of Belcleth Axe Guard. I think 3 units of our Corandas Legion. 2 units of Belliger Archers. Corsair Infantry. No Sentinels. Possibly Corsair Crossbows. We'll keep an eye out for any hidden units once again. But for now, that's all I can see, so we'll get this siege started. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice coffee and drink, and enjoy. Now, we will of course be doing a small cut until the attackers are in position and begin their assault on Rivendell. See you soon. Alright guys, we are back. Mirkwood has just opened fire. On the March Wardens of the Wood, it would seem. Okay, let's see how effective the return volley is. So Irish Gun's just duking it out right now with Blue Ranger. Okay. Blue Ranger's accuracy is depleted somewhat, and he's abandoning his position. That's a smart move to make. When your accuracy is just not on your side, it's best to leave, otherwise you're just really wasting ammunition. And you don't really want to waste good ammunition, especially from higher tier units like the high ping archers. A common mistake I always see, players mixing up their archer units. You got to be careful when you do that. They stopped. That's good. Alrighty, we got Noct Lee making his way up the pass. I think Irish Gun's waiting for him. He's got a few archer units here, and I think a couple of melee units just to hold them at bay. Got Lorien Warriors, which is just a 200 axe unit. Lorien Spearmen and Blades of the Wood to hold them in place. While they're pretty much peppered with archers from the Lorien Archers. Now the way to approach this is just get one unit to use up all their ammunition, then use the other one. Don't try and fire at the same time, especially if they're not really committing all of their forces, because you're just wasting ammunition then. Yes, you're killing them, but then what are you going to do with all the other units that you haven't killed? It's all about how you use your ammunition. You've got to be smart with the ammunition you have. It's not infinite. He's got his rangers here, which will probably bring into effect if Noct does blob up his troops, which he might be forced to do if he wants to break through a defensive line. We'll see if that happens. For now, Ricky Beagle has just arrived. I was going to do a small cut here, but Ricky is marching forward. He's doing what I did actually before I went in. Just stationing your troops nearby, getting ready to send them up to the choke points when and if they're needed. They've got the deadly looking Eastbourne Warriors. Blue Ranger's setting up a couple of units here with him. It seems like they're getting stationed and ready, so we'll come back once they make the first move. Alright guys, we're back. We have a unit of our council heading up there, which is a little bit brave. Heading up there alone, actually. I mean, I get why he's doing it, but surely they'll open fire. We've got Cousin Reclaimers being sent up too, so it'd be like an axe thrower on Javelin combat. I'm surprised Blue Ranger didn't turn around and fire when the Reclaimers were coming out. It seemed like he had a chance to get first volley. And, you know, first volley is preferable. The attackers are firing. Looks like they're going after the Cousin Reclaimers. He's running away again. I don't know why he's running away. Surely he'd stay and get the first volley in. Because Cousin Reclaimers were trying to get formed up. Now they have been. And if Blue Ranger does have the accuracy, sorry, does have the range over King Killian, he should use it. Alright, one thing I actually did notice before, which I didn't mention, is I didn't see the attackers bring any artillery, similar to what my team did. So we'll see how successful they are. Looks like we've got Tetrex following his lead, stationing troops at the I'm trying to figure out what to call this. What do you call like a monolith? Because it's a natural rock formation. I don't know, let's just call it the Lone Rock. Alright. So it looks like, I'll call him T-Trex instead of DM during this battle. So T-Trex has sent up some Corsair infantry. Yokai Reavers getting them, well actually those Raiders, my bad. Okay. No Ked has bunched up his archers a little bit. We got the Irish gunners put his spears into shield wall formation to make sure they're as protected as possible. It's not a bad idea. We've got Lorna archers peppering the Urukai archers. You see, no kid could easily get these guys into loose formation, making them not the ideal target to shoot, which would force Irish gun to stop firing, or risk wasting a lot of ammunition. But because he's keeping them in loose formation, it's making them an attractive target, hence why Irish gun is still firing on them. These might be light tier archers, but they're worth taking out as long as they're bunched up. When they're loose formation, they're not really worth wasting good ammunition on, unless you have light tier archer units to fire on. Because you know, well, Lorient archers are mid to elite tier units, and so we'll easily beat these guys in a skirmish combat. Seems like only a few archer units are firing. So Irish gun doesn't seem to have any angle on them. Alright, we've got Blades of Emendure. We've got Second Legion Axe Guard from Kinkillian moving to engage. Snagger Stalker's moving up. A little bit of friendly fire there from the Snagger archers. Not terrible. Now this wasn't a good idea from Ricky Beagle to send up his Eastron Crossbowmen. Usually you send them up mid to late game, not early game, not while the enemy still has tons of ammunition to use against you. Everyone fears the crossbows. They can do an insane amount of damage to good armoured troops, which is what exactly the defenders have. We've got Belagar archers that could fire on Numenor. What's good about the Numenorian target is the troops are bunched up, despite being in loose formation. Mirkwood can easily get hits on these units here. Maybe even these ones, but I doubt it. I think these ones, if he fires on the mid unit, the unit in the middle, the Belagar archer unit, I think he'll score hits on all the units in this vicinity. And the accuracy won't be too affected. Because they're so far away, they should easily be able to shoot over that building without, you know, creating a giant blob shot, which kills all accuracy, really. And Hello Ace has got to communicate here with Blue Ranger. Likewise, Blue Ranger with Hello Ace. Snagger Stalkers are acting as a good meat shield and good defensive barrier. It would allow Blue Ranger to get a javelin unit in here to get a couple of volleys off before the dwarves manage to get into them. It's not a bad idea to send them up, but now that they're engaged, the attackers have got to do something. Otherwise, this is an opportunity wasted. Alright. Kinkillian is converging on the attacker's position. With the troops he has, they need to get some quality in here or they're just going to steamroll these guys. Because we've got light tier units up against mid to elite tier units in comparison. 2nd Legion Axe Guard, 4th Legion Shield Guard, and 3rd Legion Infantry are all powerful units. And will pretty much defeat all other mid to low tier units with ease. Looks like we've got Khazad-dûm Reclaimers firing their axes in. Despite slowing it down a bit, the frame rate is not good. Alright, Blue Rangers forced to retreat. Alright, you've got the Snaga Archers firing into the Orc Hunters. Yeah, the Watchers... Sorry, the Wardens... I'll get their name mixed up. March Wardens of the Wood have a good target. Same with the Orc Hunters. They're getting a lot of nice hits here on the Elder Council because they're scoring hits on the high ping archers as well. The accuracy of the high ping archers just isn't there. They're all shooting upwards pretty much, with the exception of a couple. And unfortunately, most of these high ping archers are shooting upwards as well. Mainly because the Snaga Stalkers are probably a little bit too close to them. Trials of Angmar heading through. Let's head over here and have a look. See what's happened. Eastern Crossmen sent up again. Very brave. They haven't started firing yet. We've got Lexicon Room going in. We've got Eastern Clansmen in there. Possibly acting as a meat shield. But Numenos is letting him come in.
It is coming for us.
With some High Earth Sword and Shields coming in as well to support this Lexicon Rim. It doesn't seem like the defenders have any archer units stationed on the other bank to fire across. This is where body piercing units and would definitely come in handy, but there's no airable faction, so there's no Black Hawk engineers, so the attackers can breathe a small sigh of relief. But the defenders possibly have rangers. I know we've got Sierra and Emerald rangers, but they're all the way at the back of Rivendell right now. And we do have some Endunium Shadowbows, but I don't see them being brought up here yet. And Eastern Crossbowmen. What are they firing at? They're firing at the Ramena Barra Brim. Not a bad idea. You have a unit of Elder Council coming in. Trials of Angmar, as you can see, are going down. They're starting to fall pretty quickly, actually. Tell you what, some good Witcher fire in this blob here would definitely be beneficial to the attacker's cause. And they're pulling out their troops. So now they could fire in, theoretically. But it doesn't look like Hello Ace has any troops nearby. So it has a witches nearby. Got a couple of units firing in there. What's going on the other bank? On the other side of Rivendell. Okay, Uruk-hai Raiders going up against Blades of the Wood and Lauren Warriors. Raiders are almost wiped out. They'll either break soon or be totally wiped out. Corsair Infantry still has their bows, I believe. Put their bows out. Uruk-hai Reavers being sent up. Uruk-hai Archers should probably just stop. Alright, Guns forces probably won't engage with their archers. I mean, there's not a lot of troops down there. And the infantry he has, he can easily deal with them. He probably won't be worried too much unless they start scoring a lot of good hits on his troops. I think he's comfortable for now. Let's head back over. Alright. Ricky Beals like Simon doing well. Okay, now we've got March Winds of the Wood on the bank there, firing in. They are close to their own friendly troops. Only a couple of friendly hits there, so that's not too bad. Eastern Crossman down to 6, so the defenders obviously wasted a lot of ammunition bringing these guys down. Probably think the attackers should be loving that. Unfortunately, it also means Ricky Beagle lost a very good unit. So a few dead dwarves, but mostly dead attacking troops, including Halo's Trolls of Angmar, which is a bit of a blow to his army. And you know, Kinkilling is shooting in unopposed, which is pretty good. But a lot of his troops are shooting upwards, which isn't that good. Look, if you're not being shot at, it's best to get your troops back into close formation so you can easily fire through this gap. There's no point in being in loose formation when you're not being shot at. Obviously keep an eye out for ranger units when you're in loose formation. Any opponent would be keen to activate their rangers when they saw a unsuspecting unit in loose formation, as it means easy kills for less ammunition. Killing's got his Khazad-dûm reclaimers close by in case his Elder Council or Elder Javelin units that come into play. We've got another Elder Council unit here from Irish Gun. Yeah, these March Winds of the Wood are getting a lot of nice hits here. We've got Isengard moving across the bank with his whole army. Okay. Tutrax is joining him. Tutrax, I thought, sent over some reinforcements to help out on the main battle. Looks like he sent over some units to help out to assist Nurkad Lee, and he struggled to get across Rivendell in the back. Irish Gun's got some forces on the bridges in case the attackers manage to get their forces across. It ain't easy. He's firing fire arrows now just to get us to break these guys quicker, to waste less ammunition on. Got to move the Corsair infantry around so they can get a better shot on them. Getting a couple of hits. Now they should switch targets because we got some Lotharian troops right in front of them. An Irish gun here should probably attack because these guys are pretty unsuspecting. They don't know that they can easily attack him. They just changed the way they looked. I think they're about to start firing into the blades of the wood. Yep, they are. But instead of attacking them, Irish gun is retreating. Very unusual. T-Rex is moving them forwards. Irish gun will probably pounce the archers the moment they clear the crest. We can have line of sight on them. Maybe he's just trying to draw them in. No. I'll head back over the other side. Okay, Halo Ace has stepped up his assault. He sent in his Guardians Khandun. Considering reclaimers are probably too close. Oh, remember Barabrim firing over here. Again, it's an attractive target. There's a huge blob of enemy troops here. But fortunately for the attackers, the units are mainly hitting are low tier units. And they're also armoured up, so they can absorb more fire, which in the end drains the defender's ability to repel the attackers, which is what you want. But this is very interesting. Ricky Beagle has sent up his best infantry unit, the Camille's Chosen. It's uncertain whether the general's in that unit. I don't see him in this blob at the time. But, okay, and he sent up his Lekna Rim possibly to return fire against the Remena Barabrim. These guys better get going. Alright, they're reloading. Sons of... What was their target? Okay, they're firing fire arrows into the Remena Barabrim. Remena Barabrim out of ammunition. Well, that was very fortunate. Them running through those troops enabled Ricky to get some fire on the 4th Legion Shield Guard and Khazad Reclaimers. A lot of the Light Room fire seems to be scoring some hits. The defenders have a catapult. I don't think I called that out earlier. Okay, they're targeting the Khazad Reclaimers. There's a second unit there. Hey, we've got one Troll of Angmar left. Okay, Tetrex brought up his Balagar archers. The Khazad Reclaimers though showed them the business end of an axe. But fortunately for these guys, they run out of ammunition. So with them on Axum holding the left flank along with some Guardians of Khandun armoured up. Alright, so far this is a good battle line for the attackers. They should be able to hold here, but they need some heavy hitters to break the deadlock. Setting up some more units of Khandun. But so far this is a solid defensive line here for Kinkillian. Without some Black Horse Legion, or in this case some Witches, to wipe out a portion of this defensive line, the attackers won't breach here anytime soon. Witches are nearby, but don't know if they have the angle. What's more, they're being shot at right now, which isn't good. Halo's got to get his men out of the line of fire. Hopefully his allies communicate that to him soon. I'm surprised the Orc Hunters aren't firing to the runic troops. Most of them are shooting upwards. At least this way they get a lot of good hits. Ah, we got the catapult though. Ricky's probably panicking. He's trying to slam his army into the really taking troops, trying to get them as close as he can into combat. But still, that catapult can get a lot of nice hits here, as you can see. Ah, friendly fire. That was straight on the defensive line there. See, the way to fire a catapult into a battle line is to aim for the enemy troops in the rear. So that way, if they misfire, at least I think it increases the chances that they'll miss your friendly units. If you aim for this unit here, I think at worst they can shoot close to here, but mainly they'll shoot in this vicinity, which is the ideal shot zone. You want to try and reduce the risk of hitting your own men as much as possible. So I prefer to actually target the enemy troops myself, because I find that decreases the chances of a nice catapult shot hitting your defensive line, taking out most of your defensive units, which would be catastrophic to your defensive strategy. Looks like the like that round did a number on the catapult crew. They're down to 16. Alright, it's going to better get these guys going. Seafarers and Lindenboss must have used up their javelins, because we've got 2 units here in the mix already. It is 27 to 36 in favour of the defenders. Which is down to 9. Apparently they're firing. Oh, okay. Outer Council down to 26, but they are firing into the witches themselves. Okay, I think it's time to stop wasting your ammunition. That unit's pretty much been wiped out. Maybe target the Khazad Reclaimers instead, if you're going to keep firing. Other council down to 5. I think the witches wasted a bit of ammunition there. Yes, they took out most of that unit, but they already had done that with the first few shots, but then they just kept going. And now what are they going to do with the rest of the defending army? You know, it's one of your best units. You've got to wait till your opponent's in a blob, maximise your killing capacity. Okay, got the Richon Hammerguard here. They'll do pretty well against the dwarves. They'll hold the left flank of the attackers for sure. So you've got the witches here loading up. They're possibly going to try and shoot in the reclaimers, if they have any ammunition left. Okay, I've got some Ents from Mirkwood. You see, I noticed after a Witcher shot, if your units run over the flame, just as it happens, they'll actually be cooked as well. So the Witcher flame is deadly for about 1 or 2 seconds after it hits the ground. So be careful where you run your troops when you're trying to get away from it. Hey, 35 to 41, so that Witcher fire didn't do too much damage. So back up here. So, no Ked, still trying to get up the hill here. Belaga footmen have made it across the bridge. Good on you, T-Trex. Okay, archers. Urkai crossbowmen should be here firing in to the Lothlorien troops. I mean, they're pretty exposed.
In command of the castle. We've lost control of the castle.
Similar to Emerald Rangers not firing yet, nor should they. Okay, so Nurked's still trying to figure out his next move, I think. Seafarers and Indermoss looks like they've used up their javelins. It's just a shame, I wanted to see that. Okay, got some Eastern crossbowmen here. I wonder who they're targeting. I wonder if they're targeting the Sons of the Fallen. Oh, they're targeting the Legion Bodyguard. Definitely a good target to go after. And the General's in that unit. And he's on that side. King Killian's in danger of losing his General here if he's not careful. Wow, I couldn't talk there for a second. It's probably a nice break for some of you. King Killian's making a small error here. He's really exposing his best troops to crossbows. You don't want to do that. Crossbows are the enemy of all well-armoured units. Oh, we've got Guards of Khazad-dûm here. Okay. The attackers are running out of forces to break through. They're making some ground, but the defenders are still holding strong. Right, we've got Greenwood Rangers here. First Legion Pikes under fire from the Greenwood Rangers. His next move here. Okay, King Killian will get them into the fight. Okay, got some Elven King's Palace Guard moving up, but these guys are not armoured up, so they won't last as long. They'll definitely help. The attack is in trouble here. All these reinforcements doesn't spell good news here for the attackers. 47 to 48, however, so it's getting pretty close. Just past the halfway mark. Now, it's not too good here for Mirkwood, as his Elven King's Palace Guard are really unsupported at this stage. There is Hammer Guard nearby, but they're not in this vicinity. Right now they're being surrounded by 4th Legion Shield Guard, Sons of the Fallen, and Guards of Khazad-dûm. 3 very elite, expensive, deadly units. And as good as the Elven King's Palace Guard are, up against that quality, and they're surrounded, they're being pinned and hemmed in, sorry. They're starting to fall pretty quickly. And they're being pushed back. King's Palace Guard down to 35, probably 34, 33 now. Yeah, they're dropping pretty quick. And it looks like we've got some Khazad-dûm Reclaimer Fire coming in now. What we got in terms of reinforcements? Good, Greenwood Rangers being sent up. They're down to 43 apparently. But look at the Axe Guard, they're definitely needed in there, as long as the Adudium Shadow Guard as well. So, you know, Tetrex has some reinforcements that the attackers desperately need in there. Belcloth Tribesman, definitely a good idea. If you can get him in close, you can take out the unit of Remena Nadukadar. If he moves up his tribesmen just around here, which I think he can do. I mean, we've got Royal Guard here, and I think that's really it. We've got some March Wardens of the Wood as well, but those are really the only archer units left in the vicinity. There probably are others, but I think it's safe to move up the javelins and start firing them in if he wants to break through quickly. Looks like the attackers are doing pretty well on this side. Looks like they will break through soon. How quickly though is up to them. And those Karas Calahon's Guardians, they need to outflank them. To take them head on will take a while and will cost them many troops. They're a decent unit, that's why they're so expensive. And it's usually why you can only bring one. So yeah, the attackers need to break through on the right side of their attack and just wheel it around. Probably best to contribute the Axe Guard forces over here with the Camul's Shadow Guard. What other arch units are here? Oh, like Narim's just firing in. Oh yes, there's also some Eastern Crossbow firing in as well. Alright, there's some Witcher Blackguard here down to 21 though, however. And looks like the attacker's almost dead over here. This is where Witcher Fire would definitely come in handy. You might have a volley left. The fact that he's retreating them says he has a little ammunition left, not too much probably, but just a little bit. Okay, no care to send in some forces, along with Tetrex. Looks like he withdrew his Belaga footman. It's a Kindred of Celeborn. Unfortunately, all Ned can really do is try and wait him out. And there's a Syrian Emoth Rangers. Noked's trying to get his forces out of there. Just to send up a couple at a time, probably. Oh, he's sending them back in. I think he was just trying to space them out a bit. So I think that's a crossbow fire there. Yep, it is. Down to 18, so the attackers obviously defenders obviously did a number on them. A unit of 90 originally, I think. But the good thing about having a low number of crossbow unit is that the attackers, the enemy opponent, is less likely to really target them because there's only a few of them. So having a depleted crossbow unit can actually work in your favour at times. It can actually help them go more unnoticed than they would otherwise. Okay, the Lithonian troops are being hemmed in as well on this side. What's got to be going through Noked's head right now are those Syrian Emoth Rangers. He's got to try and take the pass, but In order to do that, he has to bunch up his troops. He has to try and break through. But when he does that, he's got the Kindred of Celeborn and the Rangers to contend with. So maybe he can only send up one unit at a time. There's no point bunching up a unit if they're going to be wiped out that much quicker. But you know, those crossbows are probably getting some nice kills here on the Lorenan Swordmasters and Spearmen. And doing some nice damage, which will make it easier for No-Kid's forces later when he does attack. But yeah, the only strategy he's got here is to send up one unit at a time. And hopefully force Irish Gun's hand to waste a lot of ammunition to the point where he runs out. And then he can send up the rest of his army to try and burst through. It's all about timing. Okay, Tetrex has committed those much needed forces and has reinvigorated this assault. The Dwarves still have the muscle. These Dwarves have been fighting for some time, which will definitely help improve Umbar's chances.
Lost control of the castle.
63 to 64. Both sides keeping pace with one another. Got some no Sentinels being sent up. They are really needed. They're a good unit to bring in. We also got the Deadly Harbingers of Casimir yet to be I was just going to say a clever word starting with C, but can't think of it right now. Contributed to the assault, I guess that's a C word. You know, you got to commend Windy Pops. He posted a replay with 88,000 frames today. Probably the last replay I'm recording in 2019, so treasure it. But back to Windy Pops, it's a hell of a vid he did. Apparently he was drinking some Sauvignon Blanc at the time he was recording it as well. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have no reason to doubt it. Still, an 88,000 frame replay is a very commendable effort. The video is 2 hours long, and it's a decent vid too. I'll link it in the description below. You should check it out. It was his New Year's celebration vid as well. Balthor Tribesmen firing in. Oh, the Shadowbow's down to 9. So yeah, these guys were taken out by the Watchers of the Golden Wood. We saw that before. So yeah, I wrote a comment on Windy's video, and I solemnly pledge never to bitch about a long replay ever again, because after he did that, I got nothing to complain about. Okay, Balthor Tribesmen doing a number on the Pharazim Swordmasters And getting some nice hits here on the Carascalon's Guardians. Watches in the Golden Wood have just opened up on the Bellicor Tribesman. Sorry. It is probably a little bit too late, but they have been firing a little while and they should be running out of ammunition very soon. Krasm Swordmaster's moving up. Might get off one more volley. Okay, it's probably trying to withdraw and let the Camul Shadow Guard take it from here. Okay, defensive wall has held. 68 now to 72. The dwarves just keep pressing. And the attackers are running out of men. There's not many of them left. Don't know if the attackers have the gas in the tank to take this all the way anymore. Got another unit of Carascalon's Guardians moving up. Watches the Golden Wood. Looks like most of them are out of ammunition now, which is probably a good thing for the attackers. Right. I think he might have taken out Rune's general there. Ricky probably isn't too happy about that. It's too bad Blue Ranger can't get an angle on these dwarves. It's possible he could if he stationed them here and just fired in. Maybe he could get that angle. Don't know. Okay, witches are being sent into battle. It looks like they're out of ammunition. The Warriors keep pressing. They just look so strong compared to the attacking forces. Looks like they can easily throw these Umbar forces off the cliff. They just keep pressing and moving forwards. There's too much power on this line. And there's no edge the attackers really have to counter it. Dragon's Wrath crossbowmen maybe, but there's too many friendlies in the way. And that building definitely hinders the accuracy. Bellicor Tribesman could get some good hits here. But he's got to move them up. And the target to clearly go after is the Carascalon's Guardians and the Naru and Naru Sentinels. Just here. I think I saw one sentinel just take an axe to the face and drop. Defender's doing pretty well here so far. What we got going on now? Okay, Uruk infantry unit, one unit just broke, one unit is shaken. Most of the Kid's army is still in the pass back there. Tell you what, he really needs his pikemen. Irish gun has this area well covered. He's got javelins, elite archer units at the ready to wipe him out the moment he moves up. If you put his crossbows out there in loose formation, maybe they can get some hits here on the archer units. He needs to put an Irish gun under some kind of pressure. So it looks like this battle's about to be between Noked and the rest. What's going on here? I don't want to send up his Royal Legion of Manelos. That's not good news for Isengard. The Shadowbows are out of ammunition, so they obviously used up their ammo. Watches it on the wood moving up. And Killian's got this easy. And no forces left. I can drive these guys back. That army's just too strong. Ricky's still got his Dragon's Wrath crossbowmen and his Spellclaw tribesmen, which can help to a degree. But maybe he's better off joining what's left of Noked's forces. Trying to take these guys on alone is probably not a good idea. Oh, your range is getting some... not your range, the blue range is getting some nice hits here. Averages against me down to 27. They've been fighting for a little while. Umbo's general fighting away against the Khazad-dûm reclaimer. Okay, 77 to 84. Okay. I just gotta send his general in. Probably needs to withdraw his Battle Club tribesmen here. See what Ricky does. Who's he going to shoot? No, his tribesmen are in the way. But he can target the sentinels. They're fair game. It took down a few. because I don't want it, isn't running his sentinels towards the crossbowmen. They could get off 2 more volleys, maybe. They'll definitely get off 1. Down to 12, 9. They'll definitely get in their ranks before they fire again. But will they fire? Balcott tribes needs to hold here for a little while longer. Okay, here's the crossbows. What are they shooting at? Okay, pikemen. Yeah, I think that kid's doing what he can to avoid that fire. $82 to $85. So attackers have brought this back somewhat. 82 to 87, sorry. I said that wrong. That's a good thing about crossbows. Their lob shots are pretty accurate. Ooh. Okay, crossbows need to change targets and go straight for the other council. See, his Urkai pikemen are in all sorts of trouble. Go on, okay, change targets, man. These Urkai pikemen are exposed. And the kid's not changing targets. Rangers are out of ammunition, that's a good sign. Crossbows have ammunition, but he's not firing. That is really confusing. I'm surprised he's not firing. Alright, Naked's got a pretty decent force here. Alright, what Naked probably should have done here is to get his pikes into loose formation until they're in the battle. It might not have helped too much, but it would definitely reduce the likelihood of him hitting all of his pikemen, like he's able to do right now. You know, it's like a blanket of fire just passing over his men, damaging them each volley. Crossbows are out of ammunition, that's why they can't fire. That explains it a little bit. The Zurakan Berserkers got in there relatively untouched, which is good news for No Kid. He's running his pikemen in. See, to get your troops into the front lines as quickly as possible, it's sometimes best to select an enemy unit behind them. That way these troops here, instead of just hovering around here, will actually press themselves against the frontline force here. You only want to do that if you want to get your troops in quickly. And once they're on the front lines, you've got to tell them to attack the front, otherwise they'll keep trying to press forwards and it'll actually cost you more men as you do that. The strategy is only worthwhile to get your troops into the fight as quickly as possible. But once they're in, you tell them to engage the units in front of them, not the units behind the line. that you're attacking.
Their will to fight.
Yeah, I thought King Killian would do that. He'd just come around and outflank Riki Beagle's forces. 87 to 90, so Knockout has brought this back to 3%. 13,000 frames or so to go. Kindred Caliborn out of ammunition. Now, what's actually really good here for Knockout is that he can get up the ledge here, move around the rear of Rivendell unopposed.
Without their general, they may lose heart and flee.
And he took out Numenor's general, another big win for the attackers. They'll make dealing with other leftover Numenorian troops much easier. So, this is very similar to my Rivendell battle. You know, all the attackers are now pinning their last hopes on one big force, which is the last attacker standing, which is pretty much Knockout. Blue Ranger has some Greenwood Rangers still alive. Do they have ammunition? We'll find out. They do. But as to how much, I cannot answer that. We've got some Guards of Warthane coming in as well. Okay, we can see the defending forces racing through Rivendell, trying to get up the pass before Isengard can get to the top. They probably want to try and take the high ground. Kindred of Celeborn's pretty good in combat, but Knockout has got to push him fast. He's got to get in there. He has the troops, he has the number, he has the power to just steamroll the defensive forces here, but it's just a question of whether or not he does it. Now you've got Irish guns sending his forces possibly to the top here, where it's easier for them to hold. And, you know, Irish probably just wants to delay the enemy as long as possible until these allies get up here. They're definitely making their way up there. They're also making their way behind them. Holy smokes. That's a big gander. Okay, so the defensive strategy here is to obviously attack Knockout from front and rear. But the thing is, Knockout's got some muscle here. He could hold out against the dwarves if the attackers did enough damage on King Killian's army. Time will tell. But if Knockout gets up this hill here, it'll be much easier for him to hold against the dwarves. I don't want it. It's trying to get here very quickly. The dwarves are still a way off. Kindred of Celeborn broke. Never usually see them break. Alright, Knockout's got to get up the hill, he's going to move it. Numenor's almost here. In fact, I think he will get here in time. Not too far away. But in terms of the quality, these guys won't last very long against Isengard. The defenders are placing a lot of hope here, I think, on King Killian to match the strength of Noked's army. (90 to 93), so still 3% variance. We just ran past that. Oh no, it's just Kindred Caliburn. Okay. I saw Isengard walk away there for a second. Now they're coming back. This guy's still pressing. Ah, Numenor has arrived. The wars are coming. Catapult crew. The defenders are throwing everything they can at Noked. That sucks, they ran all that way just to break in the first second of combat. Pharazim Swordmasters down to 1. There's very little left. Yeah, Asgard definitely wants to get to the top of this hill here. Top of this ledge before the Karas Kalhon's Guardians arrive, for sure. And they will succeed. About 9,000 frames to go. Noked is dividing his forces. This is not a good idea. I mean, his units are exhausted. Yeah, he can rest his men, but surely it'd be easier to march his forces up here.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Okay, infantry shaken. They might break soon. I don't know why the pikemen's taking their time. They'll probably break any second now. Guys are well thinking shield wall formation. See, the funny thing is, if they're going to keep pikemen here, why not just shore up the defensive line here? Like, stack the ranks. And, record the bloody berserkers for sure. Don't send these guys up alone. They'll get annihilated. What are they firing at? Karaskalhon's Guardians. Rangers are not firing at them anymore. It's not a bad target to go after, I'll give them that. Okay, it's probably just wise just to rest his troops and wait for the coming battle. $92 to $94. Alright. Here we go. Pikeman versus Pikeman.
Victory will be ours.
Yeah, you see that guard just launch himself towards the elves? It's a pretty decent fight at the end. Pikeman down to 61. I don't know why the Greenwood Rangers here, they don't have a shot. Karaskalhon's Guardians down to 20. We've got 11 First Legion Pikes here from Kinkillian. 92 to 95. Guys are all think apparently very tired. Everyone's very tired. Orange Spearmen are just tired. That's showing off. How about that? Irish guns snuck some Karaskalhon's Guardians down there. Yeah, the Rangers need to get a lot of good hits here before the Dwarves get here. These hits are proving invaluable. It's whether or not they're enough. $92 to $96. Got some berserkers here. Victory seems certain, defeat seems certain here for Irish Gun. Unless something tips the balance back in their favour. The general's at the rear of the battle, so he won't get killed anytime soon. The Recon Berserkers better get into the fight. Don't know why the kid's leaving them in the back here. Yeah, the Berserkers should be backing up the Urukai pikemen there. Not too far to go now. Yeah, okay, that was the Isengard General. Yeah, that's not too good there for Isengard to lose his general. 93 to 97. See, the Berserkers are too far away from any battle, so I don't know why they're just chanting here alone. I don't know if that actually improves the morale of any battle that's going on at the moment, because they seem to be in the middle. '93 and 98. In favour of the defenders. So the Berserkers are getting ready to go into battle. They should have been sent up earlier. I think it's only a matter of time. I think the defenders have got this. The real time's two-speeded, I think. The dwarves will definitely break through. And the Isengard troops up here appear to be running out of steam. Kindred of Celeborn came back to the fight. Yeah, Asgard just doesn't have the men to hold him back anymore. He's about to be outflanked, surrounded, and cut down. It is finished.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Recon crossbows just broke.
Victory is ours.
That's
Let
it.
it be a salve upon our wounds.
So, a close victory there, or average victory, but still a good victory. Well done to Irish Gun, I Don't Want It, and King Killian on their victory. Irish Gun 2,947, I Don't Want It 1713, and King Killian on 2,784. That being said, well done to T-Trex 5, No Ked, Blue Ranger, Hello Ace 99, and Ricky Beagle. T-Trex got 745, No Ked Lee 746, Blue Ranger A63, Hello Ace 999, 715, and Ricky Beagle on 1346, so he did very well there for his team. The attack on the other side, the attackers did what the attackers were meant to do. They slipped their forces in, they tried to get an angle on the defending forces. I mean, probably should have allocated all the javelins. The witches definitely should have been used at a more opportune time than they were. That's my criticism. That's probably my only criticism there for Hello Ace, as to how he used these witches. Probably should have waited until that big dwarven blob was in play. That just steamrolled their attacking line there and basically wiped out their attack. Wiped out all forces and then outflanked Ricky Beagle there at the end with it. So it's all about timing when you use your witches, and to me, they were just used at the wrong time. No Ked. I think at the end they probably should have got all these forces on the ledge at the top of the hill there, so as to avoid being outflanked as he was by the Karas Callahan's Guardians. He had a unit of 130 there at the end of Yurkai pikemen. By the time the dwarves got to him, those Karas Callahan's Guardians had reduced them to 50. So they had pretty much wiped out that Uruk-hai pike force. So that's probably my criticism there for No Ked. Just should have had all these forces there on the ledge at the top. So it would have been more easy for him to defend from both sides there. And the Karas Callahan Guardians, wouldn't have been able to outflank him as they did. Alright, looking at the kill count. Watchers of the Golden Wood got 232, Kindred of Celeborn 225, Siren Amoth Rangers 409, Lauren and Artis 350 and 336. March Wardens of the Wood range from 83 to 112. Karas Callahan's Guardians 283 and 116. Lauren and Warriors each got over 100 kills, and the Catapult got 133. And the rest of the Irish Gun for sending in the replay. And I hope you enjoyed my last video, as I said, of 2019. Hopefully next year will be even better. We'll get some good replays coming in. Before I close out this year, I'd like to thank all of you for supporting the channel, and those of you that have liked and joined Patreon especially. Thank you very much for your support. It means everything, and it's a great motivator to keep going and persevere through the tough times. Now, I also have some movie recommendations for you guys for the holidays. I would recommend you go and see Ford vs Ferrari. It is an awesome movie. It makes you feel like a gearhead, even if you're not a gearhead. Jumanji 2 I saw yesterday was excellent. A lot of funny moments in that movie. Great fun for everybody, especially the whole family. I saw Knives Out. It wasn't too bad. I really did want to go and see it because it was directed by Rian Johnson, who almost killed the Star Wars franchise. Who will go down in infamy for almost killing the Star Wars franchise. But that being said, movie Knives Out, still not bad. If you're into a good crime flick, it is a decent movie. And of course, Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, is surprisingly entertaining, guys. It's not great, but it's not bad either. A lot of plot holes, a lot of things that don't make sense. They try to correct the mistakes of The Last Jedi as best they can, but it was really no saving the Star Wars franchise after The Last Jedi. That just killed that saga, that trilogy. But still, if you're bored and want to go and see a movie, Rise of Skywalker ain't bad. It was entertaining. I give it about a 6 out of 10. It was entertaining, and I think that's it. I hope to bring you many more Total Wars next year from many different mods as well as different games. As I said, looking forward to getting my new PC system, and I hope to bring you more quality content in 2020. Until 2020, guys, this is Scouts of Entertainment signing off for 2019. Catch you in the new year. Bye.